Sure, my voice is going to be okay.
Still got a bit of a tickle in the throat, and it's not going away. But should be fine. Oh, it's good to have you back, Mr. Pram. Lovely ass pop. Might as well keep the lid off. Alright. Shall we get right into it? Let's see if... Okay, I might need to change the angle a bit. I'll do. 3, 2, 1. Buonasera and welcome to the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona. Now finally in the game as week 18 of the Ultimate League comes to a close with a clash at the very bottom. It's SSC Napoli hosting Atalanta. Two Italian sides, two very different expectations, but one shared problem, that being relegation. Let's start with the host, the reigning Serie A champions in 2025-2026, and yet you wouldn't know it from how their Ultimate League campaign is going. Just 2 wins all season, still not in double figures, a team with flashes of quality, particularly from former Manchester United duo Rasmus Højlund and Scott McTominay, but nowhere near consistent enough. On paper, this side should not be down here, but the table does not lie. And somehow it gets worse. Promoted Atalanta look destined for an immediate return back down. 1 win all year, that wild 6-1 demolition of AC Milan back in December, but since then it's been grim. They arrived tonight off the back of an 8-2 hammering from Milan's rivals Inter, 8 at home. No mercy was shown there. The goals have dried up, the confidence looks shot, and selling your best player in January, Animal look into Atletico Madrid, was never really going to help. As the Serie A anthem rings around the famous Stadio. We were sort of here last year when Napoli faced Bayern, but let's check the teams here. So, Dutch centre-back Sam Bukema makes his first Napoli appearance tonight. Leonardo Spinazzola and captain Giovanni Di Lorenzo operate as wing-backs, while Eljif Elmas is a surprise inclusion on the left of the front three. You got Billy Gilmore in there as well, David Neres and Zambo Anguissa. I think Alex Perez should probably start, to be honest. The Atalanta side looking very, very weak, honestly. Not really many stars. Here we go. Depth is a concern for Ladea. Defensive profiles filling midfield roles. Youthful options on the flanks and pressure mounting. Charles de Catalina remains their bright spot, but he needs some help. Honest Araujo and Lorenzo Bernasconi being under 71 rated does not help at all. Mario Pasalic still remains on the bench. So Napoli in sky blue. Atalanta in predominantly their white kit. Both desperate, both vulnerable. It's game on in Naples. This is Roon, who kick us off. It's going to be quite the very scrappy match here between 31st and 32nd. Goodness me, Sam McKinnon looks quite tall, to be fair. If the one for the future in Naples, here's Højlund. Loving life in his first game in Napoli blue, and Elmas! Almost fired in the first goal with some style. It was beautifully nodded down by McTominay, and that has to be 1-0. Conte furious. That's some 4 minutes in. That's going to be one big scoreboard to cover up in the highlight package. Oh, Krstović! Giving everyone a scare in the away end. McTominay now, here's Højlund. He shoots, blocked by Ederson, who has been also quite a decent player, despite Atalanta's collapse. 8 losses in a row. Both teams sat on just 8 points. The winner will get double figures tonight, if there is one. And prime time has not really favoured the home teams this season. And it's not the commentator's curse either. Even when I'm not here, it's usually the away team coming out on top. So there is a bit of luck here for Atalanta. The Roon. This is Scalvini. Catalan over the top for Zappacosta. Operating much further up the pitch than you would normally like to. The Roon, Ederson, shots blocked. No sniff at Milinkovic-Savic's goal. They're playing their player to watch as Matteo Politano. It's come with some moments for Napoli, not as many as one would expect. But it's been there and there, but I wouldn't really say that's a player to watch. I'd probably say Rasmus Højlund would be. 3 goals in his last 2. And 6 in his last 5. McTominay. Walker. And now this is towards the Roon. This is Krstović. Gianluca Scamacca not being brought to the side. It's a very interesting inclusion, but here comes Krstović, and he will shoot. Saved by the leg of Vanya. And it'll be Zalewski to swing it in. Pretty sure he was in Napoli last season. And it goes. Krstović gets his head on it. Directs it towards goal. Easy save for the Serbian veteran. Lobotka out wide to Politano. And Ederson takes it away. And the Slovenian with ease. That's Armando. Di Lorenzo. McTominay. Again, they go for the long ball, Napoli. And Elmas unable to chase after it. It's going to throw in for Scalvini. With the try strike back in to the Ultimate League calendar. We had 3 months of that Champions League ball. Don't be wrong, it looked nice. Ederson. Krstović will somehow, despite getting volleyed in the back, maintain possession for Atalanta. Here come Ladea. Catalan stoked in midfield. Here is Ederson and De Roon. Needed a big interception there from Sambukema. Here's Buongiorno. Buongiorno. He must have got teased a lot in school. Those that don't know, that is very close to how Italians say hello. De Roon. Here is Ederson, not really getting the sniff towards the Atalanta, the Napoli D. Very tight, compact game. No team really wants to risk anything. Here's De Roon, takes it away from Lobotka, who's only had the greatest game so far. And again, Mamani stepping up. Jim City will get away from Højlund, who's not really had the most impactful match so far. Here's Jonas Ahona. 70 rated, I think he is, yeah. You have Bernasconi, who is 68 rated. Crazy. Oh! Politano! May have just... Oh my goodness me, he could get rewarded from this. It's Politano. Can he find Højlund? Here come Napoli. Thankfully, Honor is alright. Goodness me, that looked bad. There's too many shots on goal now. McTominay. Politano looking for Højlund. And cleared away by Atalanta. And Romani. Not the greatest decisions. to try and turn back there. Here's Ederson. Into Atalanta captain Roon there from the start. It's Krstović! And it's wide. And finally Politano will get a bit of... I mean, I don't even... What do you even call that? Yeah. Yeah, deserved yellow card. Can't be as dirty as how Chelsea have been this season, though. The Blues have got the most red cards and the most yellow cards out of any team. As if that doesn't cross over to real life. Come on, needs a looping ball. Now that's back in his left back position, really. He's got a lot of ground to cover. Here we go. Højlund into Elmas, and he's suddenly appeared in the final third. But the pass is terrible. Easily intercepted by Scalvini. Here comes Atalanta on the counter. Game's opened up a bit here. Krstović now into us. Charles Gattalere burning down on goal, and it's smothered by Vanja Milinković-Savić. Huge save there by the Serbian. That was nearly Atalanta's opening goal there. He goes short to Zappacosta. And towards Bernasconi. Krstović. Here's the Roon. Jim City now to the Keteler. And it is away by Napoli. But still, Atalanta being the better side at the minute. And Napoli somehow find a way to breathe here. Here's Laboca between three, and he just gives it straight to the Roon. Krstović now to the Keteler. The Roon again. Zappacosta, and it's run straight to Buongiorno. Elmas. Here is Højlund. Laboca. Furthest forward is Politano. Can Elmas find him? He goes for Spinazzola on the left hand side. Back it goes to Elmas. Here's McTominay. Scott McTominay in the box! And the Serie A player of the season once again strikes for Napoli. That is his 7th of the campaign. And just how big a goal that could be. The Maradona has gone absolutely wild. That's a huge goal. And it spells more misery for Atalanta. He disguises the shot, shoots it straight past Politano. 1-0. Skewy, here's Allen again. And just before half time, it's Napoli that had the breakthrough. 5 minutes ago, it's 1-0. The winner will pile, well, as of now, Napoli will pile 3 points on... oh, come on, spin us all of that. There we go. Anyway, they will pile 3 points on RB Leipzig, who are currently sat in 30th still, after their defeat to Bayern Munich earlier today. And that is now an extra 5, yes, 5 out of safety on Manchester United, I believe so. Or it could be Roma. I'll have a little quick check, actually. As the game continues to play. Højlund sets free Elmas. Up against Scalvini. Great defending. And that will lead us into the half-time break. Oh no, it's Leverkusen actually. And on Napoli, currently only 4 points away from them. This would be equal to their 3rd win of the season, which is really weird, considering they have the most losses in the entire league with 13. Atalanta have 1 win and 5 draws. And that's 12 defeats as well. Manchester United is still actually in 26, actually. Fair enough. And I don't know if you can see it there, but there is a new Ultimate League leader. You will have to wait and see for that to be revealed. Anyway, for this game, it's been alright, you know. It's been alright. Obviously, we've got a goal to shed a bit of excitement in. 3 shots to 5. It's been very defensive, however, in some stretches. Scott McTominay's goal is the difference. And he looks to be the only player in the green. No, Roon has been fantastic, actually, for Atalanta. I'm not seeing much of it. They're probably in the dribbles. 33 dribbles completed out of 34. That is unreal, actually. And then the pass has been perfect as well. Yeah, fair enough. Anyway. Can Napoli hold on to a vital win? Speaking of Leipzig, their only away win of the season came 3 weeks ago in Germany. A 4-0 demolition of the Red Bulls, who you really knew were in trouble when something like that was happening to them. And here come Napoli again on the counter here. Spinazzola looking for Politano, streaking through the gap here. He takes out Anahoa, who shoots. It's a good save by Karnaseki, who we haven't actually seen being pulled into a save, apart from, well, not really much, because he's conceded and that's about it. Here's Zaluski now, into Ederson, and just like that, Atalanta are level. They walked them up the entire rest of the pitch. And Ederson nets his 6th goal of the campaign. He's second on the Atalanta scorers list. That was beautiful. Game on. Out of nowhere. Not bad for a centre mid. Oh, and a whore. And that's a massive challenge, that, for Martin de Roon, as if you think his game couldn't get any better. We have our first substitution. It looks to be Bernasconi off, Sulemana on. I believe he appeared in AFCON. I'm not quite sure of what country. And the graphics, that was funny. Højlund, oh, off the bar! Elmas with another volleyed attempt. My word, that was close. Goodness me, that was just... Crossbar still shaking. Krstović now. Into Zaluski. It's a 3-on-2 here. And the twos are winning. It's the Catalan shot is shielded towards Milinkovic-Savic. Politano. That was Di Lorenzo. Lets it go for Højlund. He does have Elmas in the box. He also has McTominay there. Oh, he got it! What? Oh, the determination of this man. That's the Scottish blade shining through and through. It's a brace for Scotty. It's 2-1 to Napoli. Holland's cross is met by McTominay, just does not give up on the play. And with little strength he had left as he was falling to the ground, he just nods it past Karnaseki. It's one of the strangest goals I've seen this season. But it's worked to perfection. 2-1. Atalanta will have on for just 8 minutes. 2-1 to Napoli. Don't know what that was from Krstović. Did not want that to go out for a goal kick, it seems. I'm not even sure what the heck Roon was even thinking with that shot. La Bocca. Here's Scalvini. A lot of grace in that clearance. Bongiorno slides in late. Here's Edison now towards Zaluski. Could be dangerous now. Crosses the back stick. Zappa Costa was waiting, and there was a practically empty net there. Luckily, it did head back into the path of Milinkovic-Savic. He was very slow getting across his goal. Oh, Di Lorenzo, that's a poor one. Here's Charles de Catalier, and brilliant interception there by Ramani. Leandro Spinazzola. Taken away from Højlund. The Roon. McTominay, good interception into Spinazzola. March up the pitch once more. It's Politano. Got La Bocca as well alongside him. Nice little triangle play, and Atalanta getting run rings around here. McTominay, La Bocca, Højlund for 3, saved. Parry passes left post from Konaseki. Malamas will not be able to get that goal tonight. Off he comes for David Neves, and Gianluca Scamacca replaces Krstović. Højlund takes the short corner, delivers it. Romani now to La Bocca. And on the horn. Oh, hang on a minute. Politano with the return and scores! Atalanta played themselves into serious trouble, and they were duly punished by Matteo Politano, who just sneaks in just out of Gym City, takes it past Sulemana, and buries it a third. It's looking to be their night. Another costly Atalanta mistake. They've had quite a bit of those this season. Edison, they've got to get right back into this game, Atalanta. Zaluski, here's Skabaka, and they nearly did. This game's teeming with life in the minute. Samuel Gisa will take the captain's armband. Sulemana delivers. Away by Bongiorno. Højlund with acres of time to take that down. Here's David Neves, his first touch of the ball actually. Neres. McTominay draws in 3. Spinazzola. They're getting a bit desperate now, Atalanta. Here's Neres. Højlund takes it away from Scalvini and will somehow end up with the ball. McTominay back to La Bocca, who could line up a shot here. He'll go for Politano instead, but it's been drawn away. McTominay now to Politano. Here's Samuel Anguissa. Very pivotal in their 2024 season, which led to them getting into the playoffs. Anguissa, oh, there, Zaluski. If you're Palladino, what on earth do you do here from Atalanta at this point? You just lost to pretty much your closest counterparts. Højlund. Into Spinazzola. Højlund, what a ball that is. Politano for 4! 2 for him, 2 for McTominay, 4 for Napoli, and it's proven to be a night to remember here. They're cutting Atalanta open like a slice of their world-famous pizza. Avicii levels ring around the stadium, and that is ironic because they are levels ahead of their opposition. Finally, Rasmus Højlund will get the assist he's been craving. And that should be all she wrote. It's been a clinic in the second half. And they could be viable for more. It's going to be another heavy loss, though, for Atalanta. La Bocca. To David Neres. This is Spinazzola. It's still Neres. Into Højlund. They'll take it past him. And Neres will be offside. More substitutions come in for Napoli, but Tony will get his well-deserved rest. On comes fellow Scotsman Billy Gilmour. And Raspadori will replace Charles de Catalier. He's not really showing up much tonight. Minus a few shots. Here's Suleimana. Raspadori. What can he make of this game? Chips it forward for Scamacca, who's not really got into the game himself. Had to clear by Ramani. This is Edison. Raspadori, great touch. But it will not find anyone in blue and white stripes. Edison. Scamacca, great turn. And a beautiful shot. But an even better save. It'll lead to a corner. So this will take over for duties on this side of the pitch. It's going to be an outswinger. A goal near post. Scamacca will get his head on it. And I don't know what Krstović was doing there, but it's worked. I won't fault it. Excuse me. Here is Neres. Spinazzola, Neres once again storming on the wings. Abacosta been run ragged so far. It's Gilmour now towards Højlund. And then Cespi Politano looking for a hat-trick. Matteo Politano straight at the goalkeeper. Either side of him, and that could have been 5. Roon. Zappacosta. Oh! Charging in with Billy Gilmour. Charging in like Braveheart. Three minutes of much time remaining. It won't be enough for Atalanta to even get a draw. As the seconds continue to tick down, they might look for 5 here, Napoli. Bocca just bullying Anaho. Who will do some justice, to be fair. Well-timed challenge, taken away from Politano. We'll throw in now, back towards the Bocca. And they're really, they're showing off their skills now. Look at this football. Bellissimo calcio. Billy Gilmour now to David Neres, taken away by Zappacosta. That is gonna do it. It's 3 huge points in Naples for the home side. Napoli enjoy a Monday night full of celebration. Atalanta once again get that sinking feeling. They are now the only team in the Ultimate League with less than 10 points. McTominay brace kicked things off, and then Matteo Politano put Edison's consolation to bed. Final score, Napoli 4, Atalanta 1. And, well, I mean, there's no real questions who gets the match ball. Scott McTominay. It was his night. He drove them into victory. Only 2 assists, though. Ten shots to 10. I'll put Edison's bomb back up there. There we go. So why don't I just give you a wrap-up of how Week 18's gone, because there's been a lot of changes in that table. The path to the playoffs has been so tight. I'm pretty sure it was not like this last year. As close as it was, really. So, let's start off with the bottom 3. It is Leipzig, it is Napoli, it is Atalanta. And Leipzig, 1 point away from safety. Leverkusen, their big win takes them off the bottom. Oh no, I would say that, but then they threw it all away against Villarreal, and they'll have to do that all over again the next week. Plus, Leipzig do a hold head-to-head, if that's even going to be a tiebreaker. I doubt it. But anyway, let's go with ultimate table. We've got Leverkusen, Roma, Lazio, Manchester United, AC Milan, Newcastle, Borussia Dortmund, Juventus, and then Fenerbahce. That is the 20-point gap. Then we've got Aston Villa, following their big win today over Chelsea. Real Betis, Galatasaray. Then you've got Chelsea, just pushed outside. Benfica as well, also missing out. And Real Sociedad, that have just been pipped out of the playoffs after their big loss to Juventus on Saturday. Sevilla will take up a playoff spot for the first time this season. Lyon will join them. Bayern somehow only a point ahead of them. Where on earth did this fall from grace come from Bayern? I don't know. But anyway, following them will also be 2 heavy hitters. The Champions League finalists, PSG and Inter Milan. Sporting rise up to 9th. Spurs drop to 8th. Well, Spurs are back into 8th. Bilbao and Atletico Madrid are very neck and neck. And goal difference will separate the Madrid sides. Real Madrid hanging on by a thread there into 5th. Then the top 4, you're going to love this. Champions Liverpool dropped to 4th after a loss to Bilbao on Friday. Then you've got Barcelona, who leapfrog them on goal difference, following their win over Roma. Then the top 2 are English sides. Manchester City a point ahead of Barcelona, and then Arsenal a point ahead of them. 39 points for the Gunners, 12 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses. And we have a new leader in the goal-scoring charts as well. If I can see him. Yes. Victor Gyökeres, a hat-trick today versus Manchester United, got Arsenal the win, and it put them, and it puts him on 21 goals in 18 Ultimate League games. Remarkable. Haaland's been caught up by both him, Oyan Sanset, and Kylian Mbappe. Marcus Thuram not that far behind as well with 18. Nico Williams as well, 16 assists. That's ridiculous. How is Gyökeres doing actually in terms of assists? He's got 7 to be fair, so decent numbers, I guess. And then the player of the matches we've not seen. We do have a new leader in Sanset with 7. Locatelli also has 6. Gyökeres has 6. Dembele as well as then we have Mbappe, Thuram, Kimmich, De Koubere, and Declan Rice, as well as Xavi Simons and Ilkay Gundogan, all on 5. So that'll do it. That'll cap off Week 18, and we will say buonasera from Naples, Italy.